What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. How you guys doing? All right, all right, all right. We got a nice all right, we got the crew up in here already. What's up, y'all? Hey. Hey girl, hey. All right, let me share this out. We're gonna go ahead and get this party started. You know, I gotta do my roll call. We are live. All right, let me do my roll call. What's up, Ellen V? Hey, Anton. What's up, Willie Brown? Hey, Button Jessica. Ain't seen you in a while. Hey, Boo. Yes, honey. Avon sells CBD products. Absolutely, they do. I'll drop you the Avon link in a moment, honey. Yes, they do. You just got home with your sushi. Okay. I caught it live in the beginning. Oh, shoot. Yes, Virgin Love, you are here at the beginning. Thank you, Willie Brown. Hey, Sebastian. Hey, Brandon. What's up, Boo? What's up, Tracy? Hey, Kenneth. Child, they said Kerrion is down to the county jail. It has to be extradited to take. Yes, honey, we gonna get to him, honey. We gonna talk about it. What's up, Below? Hey, Miss Bay Thing. Hey, Yana. Hey, Boo. Mwah. What pulls my teeth? Hey, what's up, y'all? Lock Queen Sims. Oh, the live. I thought I was watching a replay. No, we live. We are live. Hey, Shaw Jackson. Hey, Mimi. What's up, you guys? How's everybody doing? Yes, we got a good little crowd in here already. Yes, yes, yes. There's the Avon right there. Thank you, y'all. Thank you, Boo. There's the Avon link right there. So if anybody is interested, yes, we sell CBD products and all kinds of things. They have some new earbuds they just came out with. If you're not one of those people that is married to, Apple products, they have the new LG earbuds. They're supposed to be like top of the line, state of the art, honey. Go check it out. Yes, baby. What's up, little baby? Hey, boo. So, all right, you guys. So yeah, so this is what we got going on. So first of all, let's see what we have on the agenda today. We got a couple of things down to the agenda. First of all, let's go ahead and do the let's get our, stuff we didn't ask for out the way. Make sure I post those baked potatoes by Wanda. You know what? We'll look at the baked potatoes again. If people weren't here yesterday to see them baked potatoes by Miss Wanda, honey, them stuffed baked potatoes by Miss Wanda down to the Love and Hip Hop, because y'all, did you see them baked potatoes, them stuffed baked potatoes that Miss Wanda's selling down to the? I said Love and Hip Hop, the Love and Marriage Huntsville. You see them, y'all? Y'all need me to post them stuffed baked potatoes again for y'all, honey? Go on, let me know in the chat if y'all need to see them stuffed baked potatoes. What's up, Miss Honey? How you doing? Doing your nails? Okay, girl. Ciao. So, first of all, what was I going to tell y'all? I lost my train. Oh, first of all, I want to say thank you to all my new subscribers, you guys. I had a really good I've gotten a lot of subscribers in the last 48 hours because I was one of the first people to post the Kerrion Franklin, and so that got me a lot of subscribers. So if you're here for the first time, come on in, take a seat, we have a good time, say hi in the chat so we can say hi back. I hope you like it here. I hope you stick around. Okay. If you are not subscribed to the channel and you just found me floating, go and hit that subscribe button. Join the family. We here. Join the tribe. We here. Okay. And then everybody else, just hit that like button if you could. Okay. I want to see them, and they better be good after spending all that money for the food truck. Shout. All right. Well, we're going to start off with the pictures then. Okay. Let's look at these pictures. Woo! Y'all should have been here yesterday for my Love and Marriage Huntsville live. Okay. Let's look at the pictures. Let's look at the stuffed sweet potato. Okay. We'll start with this one. Well, no, we'll start with this one. Here's the first picture. So yeah. This is a baked sweet. This is one of her stuffed ones. That looks like I don't have the description in front of me, but there's asparagus. Clearly, there's some asparagus. I don't know if those are supposed to be yellow peppers right there. I'm just not quite sure what else is there. I don't have the description, but yeah. Right, I said Love and Hip Hop Huntsville, Love and Marriage Huntsville, child. So this the first one. Yes, Yana, stuff we did not ask for, honey. Now, here's the second picture. This is the soul food one. So we have macaroni and cheese. That's cornbread, collard greens, yams, and I don't know if this is some sort of string bean situation going on right here. Yeah, so this is the soul food one. And y'all, you watching this? Kenneth said, I know you fucking lying. Listen, I feel like it's a good idea, but the presentation is just not. And who eats burnt cornbread? Don't nobody do that. Where they do that at? Who is eating burnt cornbread? And here's the last one. Here's the third one. That's the seafood broiled one, I'm assuming, right? We have a crab leg, just one crab leg. We got some crawfish. We got some scrimps. I'm sure there's some fish down in there somewhere. I'm not sure if that's lettuce. And then that looks like coleslaw over there on the side. And we got like a lemon lime garnish situation. Listen. Y'all, you live in Huntsville, that's a hard pass. Girl, listen, listen, Casmine, I will cash app you for your trouble. If you could please get a picture of the actual food truck and Miss Wanda actually selling these. I'm telling you, I would cash app you for your trouble. I ain't even playing. I ain't bullshitting you. I'm serious. If you could find that food truck and you could get us some pictures of Miss Wanda with selling these down to the food truck. Okay, I ain't lying. She wants us to watch out for COVID and clogged arteries, child. Those are Miss Wanda's El Teddy, you don't look at Love and Marriage Huntsville, but those are Miss Wanda's stuffed overstuffed baked potatoes. She's opening up a food truck. Really, B, why was you talking about Miss Wanda's stuff yesterday, calling how corn muffins, mushrooms, you know they ain't no I couldn't tell what I really couldn't. I didn't read the description. All I did was take the pictures off of the Facebook page. I honestly didn't read the description. Matter of fact, I need to send these pictures over to my girl. Beautiful Soul. I'm about to do it right now before I forget. I'm about to send these pictures right over to Beautiful Soul. I know she is gonna have a good laugh, honey. She's gonna have a good laugh. I ain't got to cash. You ain't got to cash at me. I'll go because I'm nosy. Girl, but I appreciate it. But if you do, I'll cash at you, girl. I'll eat burnt cornbread, but I wouldn't serve it to you, and I definitely would not photograph it. Yeah, Miss Honey, I don't eat burnt cornbread. Okay, I don't like burnt cornbread. I like my cornbread nice and yellow and fluffy looking. Now, don't get me wrong. If I leave it in the oven a little long, and it's just me, myself, and I, yeah, you're right. I ain't gonna throw it away. You know, I'll eat around the burnt parts. But you're right. I wouldn't, if I were having a dinner party or something, I would just make another batch. I wouldn't serve it to nobody. You know, there are things that you do for yourself that you wouldn't do for other people, right? So yeah, let me send these pictures to my girl because she gonna say the same thing. Like, I know you fucking lying. Let me send these pictures to her right now before I forget because I meant to send them yesterday. Ciao. These are pictures of Miss Wanda's overstuffed baked potatoes from her food truck. I want to know if the food truck is even open yet. Because y'all know these reality shows are notorious for having all these businesses that don't nobody else see but them. They don't never open, or they open for 5 minutes long enough for them to film, and then don't nobody hear from them again, child. I'm not editing a damn thing from Wanda's. I wonder if her husband or boyfriend working on that truck with her. Well, you know, she got both. She got a husband and a boyfriend. So I will eat grilled corn cakes that get a little dark. I can see that. Okay. Corn cakes. Okay. I can see a little on the grill. Things come off the grill looking a little different. You know. What's up, movie man? Mm-hmm. You need a little laugh right before your minister class. I know that's right. Abby, you becoming a minister what? Makeup? I'm just playing, girl. I'm just playing. I'm just playing, girl. I tell you what, I would try. I want to try Brian's soul rolls from OLG. Now, Brian, listen. The next time I'm in Atlanta, I do want some of Brian's rolls. I don't know where he be selling them. He said he be doing pop-up shops and stuff. But the next time I'm in Atlanta, I do want to try Brian's soul rolls. The next time I'm in Atlanta, I do, even if I got to get it to go, I want to try those eggs, those fried deviled eggs they had last night on those look good on the OLG. Those look good. Well, since the show is garbage, then the food. Oh, Lord, anyway. You better come through with the 4K news report. 7,000 subscribers is on the way. Oh, thank you, boo. I'm actually almost at 8,000, but thank you, though. Thank you, though. I'm actually, y'all, I am. Let me go and tell you what it is for real. Let me give y'all since we talking. But yes, speak it, because y'all know my goal was to get to 10,000 by the end of the year, y'all. So I am. Oh no, that's a lie. You right, the movie man. I'm wrong. I don't know my own daggone number. I am 14 away from 7,000. Yes, I am 14 subscribers away from 7,000. My bad. Listen, you know my number better than I do. I thought I was already at. I thought I was at 8,000. Y'all, I got excited. But yes, honey. I'm finna send you a TikTok for a restaurant and an ATO for our next visit. Okay. Yes, Citizen Jane, and thank you for the message you sent me today. I really appreciate it. I really do. I really do. Yeah, I know I've been working hard, honey. I've been working hard. I've been trying over here. I've been trying. But okay, so once again, for the people who weren't here yesterday, for the new members, for all members, I have new badges. I have some new badges, so y'all can go. You should see your new badges. And I have some new emojis, and you should see those. So if you're a member, you the new badges. I still have the glasses. But I also have Tribe Rookie, Tribe Expert, and then Tribe Elder. So like people like El Teddy and Abby who've been members since the beginning, y'all are I think y'all should be like a Tribe Elder. And then people who, it's various stages. So there should be some new badges, y'all. If y'all are a member, y'all should see y'all's new badges. So if y'all don't see them, because I can't see them from my side. So if y'all don't see them, let me know. And then there's some new emojis. So get ready for your shit we didn't ask for emoji. So you should see SWDAF. Was it shit we didn't ask for? Y'all know it. Anyway. And then there's a yes, there's a no, and then there's a hell no. So y'all get ready for the emojis. If you're a member, get your emojis ready, okay? So allegedly, they are in the works for a love and hip hop movie. Who asked for that? We barely watch the show anymore. I mean, we barely watch Love and Hip Hop, the show. We ain't had a Love and Hip Hop New York in 2 years, since before the Panorama. We ain't had a Love and Hip Hop Hollywood in 2 years, since before the Panorama. We got some old bullshit Love and Hip Hop Atlanta season, and we got an old bullshit Love and Hip Hop Miami season. We halfway watch the show anymore. Who is making a movie? And what would said concept of the movie be? I mean, is it just going to be 2 hours worth of people arguing and fighting? Are you just going to take a whole season and splice it into one movie? Who asked for that? Who asked for the movie? Now, if you're not a member, you can still participate in this segment. Just put a yes or a no in the chat. Did you ask for it? A 1 for a yes, a 2 for no, and a 3 for hell no. Because that don't make no damn sense. Mona left VH1, the Big Fish came in and ruined the friend. They did. Listen. Let me tell you something. This is definitely an example of you never know what you have until it's gone. We complained about Mona. We clowned Mona. We talked about Mona. But baby, Big Fish done came in and tore that whole franchise down. Big Fish done came in. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I stopped watching Black Ink because it was just way too scripted and it was just way too. It was just team too much. It was too much. And I thought, hey, View, thank you, darling. I know you always come in, sharing and thumbs up, and I appreciate you so much for it. I do. I stopped watching and I stopped reviewing Black Ink Crew New York. I think the season, I don't even remember, but it was like it was probably about 3 or 4 seasons ago. I stopped reviewing it, right? Now I still review Black Ink Crew Chicago, but I think I'm probably done with that because this last season was garbage. And Charmaine done left the show now, and it's just gonna be Ryan and his ego. Like, child. Anyway. And then we have Black Ink Compton, which I did watch the first season. I didn't review it. Or did I? Did I review it? I might have reviewed it, child. But I know about halfway through I wanted to stop. It's just terrible. So when they said that Big Fish was taking over Love and Hip Hop, I knew we were probably in trouble. But I was trying to hold on. But that last season of Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta, yeah, I struggled through it. I'm not even gonna lie. I reviewed it, and I know El Teddy, you still in the chat. You review it, and I know he struggled through it. Even Miami, which is his favorite, because that's his hometown. It was just horrible. It was just a whole lot of shit that did. And then the editing was off. It shit didn't make sense. You're watching it and you're like, this isn't even in sequential order. Like this conversation had to have happened before that conversation because it doesn't make sense. It's out of order. Y'all know what I'm saying? Did Caleb Pratt and the guy divorce? I don't think so. I think they're still together. I haven't heard anything. And honestly, I don't think they were ever married. I don't think they ever got married. Because when they were filming when they were doing Black Ink Crew Compton, I don't think they were married. But don't quote me on that, y'all. I don't think they were married. And I haven't heard anything about them breaking up, but that doesn't mean anything either. Kayla, she plays her business. She doesn't put her business out there like that. So if they broke up, she wouldn't make no grand proclamation. And I don't watch Compton to find out if they're still together or not. Because on the first season, we saw them a couple of times, but she wasn't a focal part of the show. Like, she really stayed back and let him do his thing. Like, we knew she was around. She was in a couple of scenes, but she didn't take over the show. She really didn't. She wasn't a big presence. And I appreciated that. I respected her for that. You know, because it would have been easy for her to come in and try to be in a bunch of scenes and try to be the star. But she allowed him to have his moment. But I don't know if they're still together or not. Love and Hip Hop Miami season 3 was the best season. They had a good footing and was going in the right direction. Then Big Fish came in and put back in the elements that made the first 2 seasons crap. Yeah. Like Amara Negra didn't even film with them the majority of the season. And I don't know if she chose not to film or what the situation. I don't know if it was because of the panorama. I don't know. But like Amara didn't even film with them the majority of the season. And when she did finally come back to Miami, I still don't think I stopped watching. Listen, I tapped out of Miami. I finished up Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, but baby, I tapped out of Miami. I don't think I looked at the last maybe 5 or 6 episodes. I tapped out. It was that bad. I just couldn't. It was so bad. It was so bad. Yeah, they were never married. Thank you, Jarrell. Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think they were ever married. I watch Black Ink Chicago on mute while I'm watching YouTube on the phone. I just want to see Ryan. Now, Ryan is fine, but his ego, baby, but he is fine. But, you know, Charmaine has officially left the show, and her and Ryan are not on good terms. It was honestly unwatchable. Plus, seeing Erica Mena and Yandy whine and cry the entire season killed it for me. Child. After I saw how Yandy set up her stepdaughter, I was like, if this is a real storyline, this is horrible. And if it's a fake storyline, that's really just even worse. But when the way I feel like exploited that girl and their situation, like this is a young lady who's already been through enough. She's been through a lot. She has trust issues. She's dealing with abandonment issues. And then for y'all to process through it on TV like that, I mean, it was one thing when she shared the girl's story on as a part of her storyline in New York, that this was a girl she mentored and she ended up, letting her move in with her. But then when they were having problems and she felt like you pushed her aside when Mendices came home and y'all had a whole falling out, the way you allowed that, for me, the way you allowed that to play out, that girl was in pain. Like, I don't think those tears were fake. Like, that girl was in pain. And if that girl, and if those tears was fake, if those tears was fake and she was acting, then you take her ass to Hollywood immediately. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200 because that baby got it. Well, actually, you in Atlanta. Just take it down to the Tyler Perry. I got 15 minutes into Compton, and it just made me sad and angry, organically and authentically messy, or leave it alone. Right. Yeah, it just, and this season looks like it's about the two main dudes from last year. One branched out and started his own tattoo shop. And I'm thinking, how many times are we going to do that storyline? They did that on Black Ink Crew New York. They did it on Black Ink Crew Chicago. Like, how many times are we going to have the storyline of them bumping heads and starting their own business? Like, it was fantastic. Novella, golly. Amara and Shay's brother storyline was so good. And then we had Suki and the girl. I think that's what did it for me this season. That Suki Hana thing was too much for me. Listen, Abby calls me bougie all the time. Okay, I'm somewhere between Abby and El Teddy. El Teddy is bougie here, and then Abby is I don't give a fuck here, and I'm somewhere in the middle. But sometimes my bougie come out, and watching Suki Hana made my bougie come out all the time. There's just a level of ghetto-ness I can't do. It makes me cringe watching it. There's a level of ghetto that it physically makes me cringe to watch it. And she did it. She took me to that level of, it was cringe. And I like Suki Hana. I do. I love her. But watching her just be as hood as she was, like the girl couldn't even, she wearing shoes that she can't even walk in trying to film. When she cussed her cousin out because he quit his job to come down there and help her open the store, and she decided not to open the store, and she told him, well, that's your fault, not mine. And he was like, but I quit my job to come down here. And she was like, oh, well. I mean, that's not ghetto. That's just ignorant. But I'm just saying, like, I'm watching this and I'm like, okay. When you and your fiance are posing for pictures and y'all are highlighting, like you are literally pointing at his ankle monitor, like, yeah, get the ankle monitor in the picture. Like, that's a level of ghetto that I just don't know about. Like, I'm like, can we cover it up and make sure that nobody see it? You are pointing to it saying, make sure you get it in the picture. There's a level of ghetto I can't do. Right, now that was funny with them trying to hook Trick Daddy up with everybody. I couldn't get all the ladies with the new faces on Black Ink Compton. Why not just go over the top with it? Just like be ratchet, be classy with your pinky raise. Child, it was just a much. He went to start his own tattoo shop, but he did a different business selling ice cream, and according to his IG, it's very popular. Yeah, now I do remember him having the ice cream truck before in the first season, and I thought that was a cute concept. I thought that was a really, really cute concept. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you where they lost me with Black Ink Crew Compton. This is where they lost me. When they went on the camping trip, and the girl got drunk and wanted to leave, and they were like, no, you can't leave because you are drunk and it's not safe. And she literally broke into the camper, broke the glass, and cut herself up and was bleeding so she could leave. That's the same girl that was in a cult. Y'all remember that? She was in a cult and they filmed her going to confront her father, the cult leader. And like he sent her a box full of Bibles from the cult that like had him in it. Like it was y'all, Black Ink Compton was crazy. And I'm not laughing because don't get me wrong, I'm not laughing at cults. It's serious. I ain't laughing at all that. What's up, Geechee girl? But I was like, and she was just talking about her trauma from the cult. I was like, I feel like this is deeper than I felt like it was too much. My friend said the same thing when she walked through the restaurant talking to the white man, calling them pussy ass hoes and asking for their money. She had secondhand embarrassment. Yeah, yeah. I couldn't get past. Oh, I read that already. Yeah, so what's it? You remember that Overcomer? I'm gonna just say Overcomer. Yeah, that was a whole lot, y'all. I just could. It was a lot. And again, I'm not saying that it's not real. I'm not saying it's not a real cult, and I'm not saying her trauma isn't real. I'm just saying it was a lot. It was a lot. Have I seen Trick Daddy's YouTube cooking show? I've seen clips, and it is absolutely hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious. Yes, I've seen clips of it. You've moved on to international reality TV, child. Yeah, because I gotta find the Real Housewives of Lagos. I heard it is so good. I've heard some good things about the Real Housewives of Lagos, and we about to be getting into the Real Housewives of Dubai, child. All right, well that's the things we didn't ask for segment. Again, if you are a member, you have the emoji of shit we did not ask for. Okay. Um, let's move into some Real Housewives news and going to get the Real Housewives out the way, because it's just a little bit of this and a little bit of that, y'all. Lipstick color, y'all listen. Milani is gonna have to. They gonna have to pay me. It's Milani, and I can't stop wearing it because y'all keep complimenting me on it. I cannot stop wearing it. It's Milani Cosmetics, and it's 140. It's number 140, and it's called Make Believe. Real Housewives of South Africa is on Prime. Now, what season are they on? Because I know they already had a season. But I'm going to look it up. Didn't they fake a whole gang fight in the first season premiere? Yeah, they did. And I'm not saying it was fake. But they did this whole thing where he had to go to the gangs in the neighborhood and get permission to open up the shop. And he had to go to the big, what they call them, the old heads. And, if they didn't say it was, yeah, I remember that. Oh, girl, go ahead. Get you some. Yes. You know what? The movie, man, I forgot all about that. Yeah, that was a whole lot too. Because I was like, why are we perpetuating the stereotype of what Compton is? And it might have been real. I don't know. But I just feel like we were just perpetuating that whole stereotype of Compton being this drug haven. This gang haven. Like you had to get permission from the gangs in order to open up the shop, or they might shoot the shop up and all that. I was like, I was watching the Real Housewives of Johannesburg on Tubby, and I'm joining. I heard that was good too. I'm gonna have to look into some of these other housewives. But for the meantime and in between time, let's get into the Real Housewives we got going on. I have some Real Housewives, Beverly Hills, Potomac, and some New Jersey information. Let me start with Potomac first, because child, it ain't a whole lot there. I told y'all last week, I did a little quick drop last week that Karen and Candace have been getting into it, and they got the Twitter fingers out. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10 of Candace and her Twitter fingers, it's really only at about a 3. It ain't that deep. She's really doing subliminals, and she's not going for the throat. Y'all know Candace usually goes for the artery, right? She usually does the carotid artery and lets you bleed out. But it was very tame. But it's clear that her and Kern had some sort of run-in, some sort of disagreement, some sort of butting of the heads, okay? Then today, it is being reported that Candace has now unfollowed Giselle down to the Instagram. Now, y'all know how I feel about the unfollowing and following on the Instagram. I don't care nothing about it. I don't care. I don't follow it. But I honestly think that is in their contract. I'm really starting to feel like it is in their contract that whenever they are having a conflict with somebody, they have to unfollow them as to send a message to us, the viewers, about what's going on with the show. Because other than that, like just because you get into an argument with somebody, like I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm probably still following people on Instagram that I don't even know who they are anymore. Because who has the energy? Like, now if somebody really pisses you off and offends you, that's one thing. But just because we had a little falling out, you made me mad. Like, ain't nobody got time to be following and unfollowing people all day. Like, I just ain't got it. You going to interview someone from Love and Marriage DC? I don't know. I might. I thought about reaching out to some people because I know people who know people. But I don't know. I'm not gonna say no. I'm gonna say I don't know. I'm gonna leave it as I don't know. She knows going crazy on Karen would be a last straw for a lot of people. But here's the thing right here. And we know how this works, right? If you fall out with Giselle, you automatically fall out with Robin. It just is. It's a fact. So if she's not in good with Robin right now, then that means she's not. I mean, if she's not in good with Giselle, then that means she's not in good with Robin. And if she's not in good with Karen, ain't nobody left but Wendy and Mia. They say that Ascala isn't even a friend of this season, even though we've seen her filming. We have seen Ascala filming, but we also saw Sharice and Katie. So I don't know if they just had a reunion and they invited all of the housewives to come to this particular event. But I think it was either Karen had an event or Giselle had an event, and I think they invited all the people. But Ascala has been seen filming, so she might still be a friend of. Or, a lot of times Bravo will film with people, and it just depends on how much footage they get, how good they think the footage is. Just because they did not originally offer Ascala a friend of contract doesn't mean that she won't eventually get one. They have a long time before the show airs. And now this is something that I learned. Who was it? It was either Funky Dineva or... It was Funky Dineva or it was somebody else. It was either Funky Dineva or another big male YouTuber that said that. I don't think it was Up and Adam. I don't, because this wasn't recent. This was something I heard a couple of years ago. I think it was Funky Dineva that said that just because you don't get a contract in the beginning doesn't mean that you won't end up with the contract. And that's why if you're invited to film, you should still show up. You should still film because you could still get a contract. And just because you start off as a friend of doesn't mean you can't get bumped up. And just because you start off with being main cast doesn't mean you won't get bumped down. We've seen that happen. Remember over on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Sutton Strack was supposed to be main cast. But that first season, she got bumped down to friend of because her husband... Because her ex, well, at the time they were going through their divorce, he wouldn't film. And so she got bumped down to friend of. And we've seen that happen. So I'm waiting for Karen to read her down. Listen, if Karen and Candace are getting into it, Karen is going to let Candace have it. Dr. Heavenly said they'll let you film the entire season and not offer your content. Yeah, it might have been Dr. Heavenly I heard say that. But I know it might have been Dr. Heavenly. But yeah. Same thing over on Married to Medicine. They will let you film. And you may never get a contract. Or you may get a friend. So getting the contract at the beginning just gives you job security. But it doesn't mean that you won't eventually. So anyway, I say all that to say Ascala has been filming. Now, what she ends up being when they actually sit down and, when the show actually starts, I don't know. But allegedly, she's not a friend of this season. Yep, that happened with Demetria McKinney and Claudia Jordan after Puerto Rico. Claudia secured the peach after that when she was just supposed to be a friend. Yeah. See, and it does happen. And we've seen it happen too, especially if they bring you on the show because there's a certain something going on in your life. And if you are not able to talk on it or share it, they will bump you down, child. If you get a film without a contract, if you film without a contract, do you get paid? If they use the footage, yeah. But they pay, but again, your pay scale is based on what your status is. What's up, Maud? Hey, boo. So yeah, you still get paid if they're using you in the film, but your scale could be, basically like extra, like you be paid as an extra, like you're in the scene versus being paid as a friend of versus main cast. It's just about how much you get paid. Yeah, with reality TV, you get paid per episode. She wasted all that money on glam for that 5-second. Right. They did her dirty at the reunion. Oh, they did her dirty at the reunion. What's up, Denisha? So that's what's going on down to the Potomac. Now, y'all know how this stuff goes. They're filming right now. So they want all the buzz that they can get. So they're putting all this stuff out. They're letting us know what the ladies are doing. The girls, we see the little stuff onto the Instagrams of the different events and stuff like that. So it looks like right now, Candace done fell out with Kern. Giselle, and by proxy Robin, because y'all already know that Robin ain't gonna go against Giselle, especially not for Candace. Now Robin, every once in a while, in a blue moon, you know, she will stand up. What's up, Tabitha? Did you get them pictures I sent you, girl? You get them pictures. Last season on the Real Housewives of Potomac, Sharice filmed scenes, but they never used her. Right, exactly. They filmed, and Sharice has done that for, because Sharice want to get back on the show, y'all. She is desperate to get back on this damn show. She is so, and see, that's what happened with Sharice. Sharice actually got fired because she couldn't talk about her divorce. And as soon as her divorce was over, she tried to get back on the show, but then it was that whole conflict with her and Monique and yada, yada, yada. Sharice needs to come back and give the deets on her firefighter child. I'm sure. Check your Instagram. I think I sent them to Beautiful Soul. Oh, thank you. Somebody sent me a cash app. Thank you. I don't use your government name. I don't use your government name. So if I don't recognize this as your YouTube name, I'm not gonna say it. But thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think it's your Beautiful Soul. Let me see what I sent it to. I think it's I sent it to Tabitha Speaks TV. I sent you pictures of Miss Wanda's stuffed baked potatoes, honey. Down to the food truck, honey. That Robin needs to grow some wings and fly. Child, Robin ain't going nowhere. Robin, listen. Robin ain't going nowhere as long as they paying her to be there. She ain't going nowhere. And why would she? If I was Robin, I ain't going nowhere either. If I was Robin, I'm not going nowhere either. Anyway, now over to the Real Housewives of the Beverly Hills, child. It's Rox does a big X whenever Sharice comes. Right, Rox me like, no. Down to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Now, we didn't really talk a lot about it over here, but the trailer did drop for the new season. The new season is starting in May. And the trailer did drop for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And it looks like all of that coddling and protecting that they did to Erica Jane last season is over. It looks like they are coming for Erica and they are coming for her strong. It also looks like Erica, is maybe drowning her sorrows, in the liquor cabinet. Looks like. It looks like her and Lisa Rinna are going at it. It looks like her and Crystal Minkoff are going at it. It looks like we know her and Garcelle are going at it. And hey, Zara, what's up? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. And we saw today where Garcelle is coming out with a book. I'm sure that's gonna be part of her storyline this season, where she's gonna have probably a book signing and all that good stuff. She's coming out with her memoirs, and so Erica posted on her Instagram today a picture of Garcelle's book in the trash, with a caption that read, "I know you don't follow me, but I'm sure somebody will get the message to you." Garcelle unfollowed Erica a long time ago. She said that Erica was posting things that she just didn't like, she couldn't support. And when she went into her Instagram feed, she just didn't want to see it, okay? She didn't want to see certain things on her Instagram feed. Child, listen. Erica, you don't want none of that. You don't want none of that, Garcelle, especially since Garcelle got her best friend on the show this season. Y'all know that Sheree, Will Smith's ex-wife, the mama of his first child, y'all know she on the show as a friend of this season, right? Y'all know she did help Garcelle out, have Garcelle's back. So, Erica, I don't think you want that smoke. I just don't think you want the smoke because, you're not just coming from Garcelle now. You got to deal with Garcelle and her bestie, okay? What we saying about Candy? Hold up, Fruit Punch. All they need to do is bring back Phaedra and Candy will dip out. Oh, yeah. They're not bringing back Phaedra. Now, they bought Phaedra on All-Stars. The next Ultimate Girls Trip does have Phaedra, and I feel like that's their way of dipping their pinky toe in. But, yeah, Bravo is connected. For whatever reason, I'm not here to debate it. For whatever reason, Bravo is connected to Candy, and Candy has been very clear about if don't they look terrible, Tabitha? That's why I had to send them to you, girl. Those came off of her Facebook page. Those, if you go to Wanda's Facebook page, they are posted on her face. You see it got a watermark and everything. So they are real. That's not, nobody made those up. Those are on her Facebook page, baby. My people sent me over there yesterday, honey, and I had to get them screenshots, girl. No, just Garcelle and Sheree, but she also has to deal with all the Black Twitter now. Yeah, and depending on how she comes, depending on how hard she decided to come for Garcelle this season, you right. You are absolutely correct. She's gonna have to deal with Black Twitter, honey. They make a percentage of Candy's businesses. Candy can go. She thinks she runs NBC Universal. I don't think she thinks she runs NBC Universal. I think Candy 100% understands her situation. Candy plays her position. She knows what it is and she plays it well. That's my opinion. I think Candy absolutely knows her position. She's not a Nene who, and watch, I said Nene, so here comes Jonathan gonna fall out the sky in a minute. But she's not a Nene who feels like she runs Universal and she's got something that they can't replace. You know what I'm saying? She's not one of those people. Erica Larardi is throwing more kitty tantrums, but giving Garcelle a bunch of free publicity. So many people are going to buy her book that they were right, because I didn't even know she was coming out with a book, and I honestly didn't have no interest in really buying it, if you want to know the truth of the matter. But I think I do want to buy and read the chapters about her divorce, because her divorce was juicy. Baby, that divorce was juicy. It's the Bethany clause they added after she got rich off of Skinny Girl. Yeah, but I know what you're talking about, Citizen Jane. I know what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. Considering the T.I. situation, I still don't think Phaedra was wrong. She just had the wrong escape number, or the escape member. Considering the T.I. situation, I still don't think Phaedra was wrong. Well, this is what I'm going to say about that. I really wish that Phaedra would just I don't know. That whole situation, because okay, allegedly, let me say this. Let me put the allegedly on there. Let me put the allegedly. That's what I need to do. I need to do an allegedly emoji so y'all can put the allegedly up when I have to say that. I think I'm gonna add an allegedly emoji to the membership. But allegedly, that went back to the fact that Carlos and Todd were beefing, and Carlos put that bug in Phaedra's ear. Now, it has also been said that Carlos wasn't even working for Real Housewives when that happened, because remember, Phaedra did say a producer gave her that information. Phaedra said that. She never said what producer, and a lot of people have connected Carlos King to that because Carlos and Todd fell out. Remember, they had that whole business production company together, and it didn't work out. Now, I don't know how much of that is true or how much of that is fake. But if it does go that deep, when people say, well, why can't she forgive Phaedra? She forgave Portia and Phaedra apologized, that might be why the apology isn't coming so easy for Candy. Because if it does go deep and it does go into the whole Carlos King Todd situation, then it may just be deeper than Phaedra spreading that rumor. Y'all know what I'm saying? Whatever reason, and here's the other thing too that I think people have got to understand: we don't have to forgive people. I think we need to normalize, and I know that you're supposed to forgive, and forgiveness is supposed to be for you and not for the other people. That's just not the school I come from. You don't have to forgive someone that you feel like did you wrong. Or you don't have to forgive them before you're ready to forgive them. I think so many times we force people just apologize and they don't mean it. And you don't want to accept it because you're not in a space to accept it. And they didn't really mean it when they said it, which means that you really aren't moving any further and you didn't resolve anything, which is the reason why people are still fighting about shit that happened 5 years ago, because they never got over it. Because y'all put a Band-Aid over a gash instead of stitches in it and gave it time to heal. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I just feel like for whatever reason, Candy don't want to forgive Phaedra, and she don't have to. If Candy has found it in her heart to forgive Portia and move on from what she felt like Portia did, but she doesn't want to forgive Phaedra. Oh, can she? Yeah, you can repost them. Tabitha, go ahead, babe. That's why I sent it to you. Do what you can. Do what you want with them. Because like I said, they are on her. They're actually on her Facebook, and her Facebook is Wanda Lee. What is it? Wanda Lee. What is whatever Letitia's maiden name is? Wanda Lee. Wanda Moore Leith. Wanda Moore Leith. Leeth. So if you want to go and double check behind me and make sure that they're still there and all that before you post them, you can. But baby, do with them pictures what you want. Absolutely, you can. We say Jesus forgives, I don't. That part really be. That's why I don't do apologies, folks. Just say I'm sorry. Just you don't talk about it anymore. They want you to leave it alone. Yeah, I mean, listen. I just don't forgive easily. I'm not saying I never forgive, and I'm not saying that, but I can't forgive when you want me to forgive, because a lot of times you want me to hurry up and forgive to make yourself feel better. Candy didn't forgive Portia. She just lets her millions do all the trash talking. Child. And maybe Candy has forgiven Phaedra, but don't want nothing. And that's, you know what, Tabitha? That's the other part too. Listen, that's the other thing. I can forgive you, but we ain't never got to be friends again. Listen, I had a situation with somebody. Me and this person was cool as hell. We were tight as thieves. Hung out. Oh, it's Lath Moore. Thank you. It's Lath Moore. So it's Wanda Lath Moore. Thank you, Geechee girl. Me and this person were together all day, every day. We hung out together. We did everything together. Our friends knew each other. Our families knew each other. We was like this. We fell out. We had a nasty falling out. I ain't gonna go no deeper. It was just a nasty falling out. And it took us 10 years to even have a conversation again. And one day we finally just sat down. We met at a restaurant, and we decided we were just going to talk, put it all on the table, say whatever needed to be said. And at the end of it, we walked away. Well, she started calling me every day again. She started inviting me to hang out again. She started acting like we were going to pick up our friendship where our friendship had left off 10 years prior. Baby, I've moved on. I have new friends. I do different things. I'm not interested in being your friend. I'm just glad we cleared the air and cleared up what went down. I'm not really interested in being your friend again. You know, and it was with no malice or no ill will. I just wasn't interested. You know? I just, you know. Geechee girl. I miss it too. Remember this. Everybody knows you're a hot mess. You're going to look a mess with those black gums and all. Okay, y'all talking about something else. I don't know what y'all talking about, y'all. I wouldn't forgive Phaedra either. She knew that was a bold-faced lie when she said it. I can hold a grudge and act like I don't know you're living for eternity. Right. I mean, and again, at the end of the day, you know, like I said, for me, I'll really be you so mean. I'm not. I don't think that's mean. I think we need to normalize normalize protecting our space. Just because we talked it out and we cleared the air doesn't mean we need to be friends. She did. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, listen, there are people that I went to high school with that I wouldn't speak to if I saw them on the street. And child, y'all know that was a long time ago. It is what it is. Oh, Tracy mentioned R&B divas, and I was quoting what Selena said. Y'all, listen, that Reed will never die. That Reed will never die. All right, so that's the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Now, here you go, y'all. Now, over to the Real Housewives of New Jersey. We know that they filmed the reunion this weekend, right? They filmed the reunion this weekend or last weekend, whenever they filmed it. They filmed it recently. And Andy Cohen has said that the reunion was very unsettling. It was a lot. Yeah, like Cardi B said, we have beef forever. I understood her in that moment when she said it. Listen, when she said it, I knew I meant it. Hurt has no expiration. You better say it again for the people in the back. Child. Okay, Virgo, I forget, but I don't forget. Okay. So, two things went down to the reunion that we know about. We know that somebody walked off stage. We found out later that that was Joe Gorga that walked off stage. And we know that Teresa and Marge are still not in a good space, and it got very heated between them at the reunion. We also know that Gia did not film at the reunion, but Gia came up multiple times at the reunion. Friendship is a privilege, not a right. If I choose not to F with you, get over it and keep. I like that. Friendship is a privilege and not a right. You better say it again. I like that. Friendship is a privilege and not a right. Okay. Now Joe Gorga stormed off stage and saying he quit the show. He said that it's not worth it because things got heated between him and Teresa as it relates to Gia and the conflict with Gia and the daddy and him. Teresa also accused Joe of being the person that told her about the rumors about Evan. Now, let me say this, Teresa. Teresa, you can't use that every time you get mad at somebody. You decided you're going to blame them for the rumors about Joe, about Evan. It seems like every time Teresa get mad at somebody, they're the one that told her about the rumors about Evan. They're the one that told her the rumors about Evan. You can't blame everybody you get mad at for being the reason why you spread rumors about Evan. So now it went from being Marge that told you, now all of a sudden it was Joe that told you. Last year it was Marge's husband, Joe. Like, y'all just can't keep going through the Rolodex of cast members and blaming them for being the reason. Y'all can't do that. What's up, Star? Then Marge said she had a problem with the fact that Teresa allowed Gia to film the way she did this season because Marge said that they have an unwritten rule that we don't go after the kids. She said, but you have allowed Gia to work in the role of a cast member, but now I'm in a position where what do I do? So like at the baseball game when Gia sort of got smart with her, and then, Gia said she was being a bitch and was talking to her mother. Yeah, I got I got Marge together. She's acting like a bitch. Marge was like, what do I do with that? Because that's your daughter, but she's talking to me like an adult. She coming at me like she grown. And so from my understanding, the cast has a problem with the fact that Gia was allowed to basically be Teresa's bodyguard this season because it put the rest of the cast in a really weird situation because she's still Teresa's daughter. And yes, she's 21, but she's not grown, Also, allegedly, she got paid. Now, the way I see it is this, and I already know that y'all is going to agree with me on this one. If you want to show up and you want to act like an adult, then you can get these adult hands. That's how I feel about it. Like you showing up and you talking to people crazy and you're inserting yourself in grown folk business, then you can get dealt like a grown folk. I mean, that's just how I feel about it. Now, I could be wrong. Right. Gia over 18, she can get it too. That's how I feel about it, child. If you come for me, then you can get it. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I agree with all of y'all. But that's what Marge was saying was part of the problem was you're allowing Gia to film. But, y'all know how Teresa is. If you want to be a cast member, I'm going to treat you like, right. I'm the president of the Fudge Them Kids Club. Right. Exactly. So that came up at the reunion. That was some of Marge's concern or Marge's problem at the reunion. So, yeah, the reunion has been filmed, honey. So it looks like, y'all know I don't really look at the OC, but it looks like New Jersey is going to bleed into Atlanta because there's only like 14 episodes this season. So we've got 3 or 4 more episodes of New Jersey. And then we got the reunion, which I'm sure is going to be at least a 3-parter because y'all know how they like to drag out the damn reunions. We know that the Real Housewives of Atlanta and the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills both start next month. So we'll be here for it. Y'all know we review it. And don't forget the return of the Whether You Like It or Not panel will be back that Monday after the debut of Real Housewives of Atlanta. the return. So we're coming back. I'm excited. All of the usual suspects will be returning. Even y'all got a contract, honey. They done picked up his contract. Yakratis will be back, honey. And we have some new guest hosts that'll be joining us, like we did last season. So we're definitely here for it. I'm excited about it. How many episodes of Atlanta are we getting? That's a good question. I don't know. They've been filming since. Remember, Atlanta got late filming, so I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know off the top of my head. As soon as I know, I'll let y'all know, though. I wouldn't spare Teresa's feelings no more. They make me so mad with that child. And allegedly, they get ready to start filming for the new season of New Jersey. Remember, New Jersey got pushed back. So they normally film in the summer because they always want to be able to film down at the beach houses and the summer houses and stuff. So they're getting ready to start filming again. From my understanding, like in the next couple of weeks, they're getting ready to start filming for the next season. And Marge said that they are not in a good place. So, hey, you ready to go out? Oh. Who? Oh, good. Tabitha said, congratulations, y'all. Yes, honey, y'all's back. I have another announcement to make, but I'll make that at the end. Somebody remind me to make sure I make that at the end. All right. Well, since we finished with the Housewives, let's go on and jump into, this ain't gonna take long. Britney Pregnant, y'all. Britney done went down to her Instagram and let us know that she's been picking up weight, but it is baby weight. She is pregnant. I'm not surprised that she's pregnant. When she was under her conservatorship, it was alleged that she was forced to be on birth control. It was alleged that they controlled when she could and could not see her boyfriend, where her and her boyfriend could go, even to the point where they could only vacation in Hawaii because the conservatorship only covered, I guess, the continental U.S. or something to that effect. I don't remember all the details, but this is all that I read allegedly during that time. And so Britney has like a house in Hawaii now because she's been there so much, because that's the only place they would allow her to vacation. So she was on her way to, Hawaii, and she said that she lost all this weight for Hawaii, but then she gained it all. And her boyfriend / she called her husband, but boyfriend / husband confirmed. So Britney is expected, and I'm happy for her. She said she wanted more kids. And she loves this man. They've been together, and he stuck with her through all of the bullshit that he had to deal with the daddy and the lawyers and the conservatorship and this, and having their phone calls taped and having to tell him when he could and couldn't see his girlfriend. And so I'm happy for her. Okay. Why she let that little boy knock her up? What you mean? That's been her boyfriend for a minute. They've been together forever. They've been together for a couple of years. I'm happy for her. Look, that woman's life has been controlled for 13 years. If she want to go have 20 children, she can afford to take care of them. And I don't care. Y'all know how I feel about that. As long as you can afford to take care of them, I don't care what you do. You can afford to take care of your children. Britney has been out of her conservatorship. And I mean, other than the little, nude pictures she posted, she's been doing pretty good. Hopefully he don't pull a Kevin Federline. Well, quiet as it's kept. Kevin Federline, I think, really loved Britney. I just think they were young, and but I think he really loved her. I don't think he was there just for the money. I think he really loved her. They'll probably consider common law. They've been together so long. I'm happy for Britney. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they might be, because different states have different laws when it comes to common law. Because I know in Maryland they got rid of common law. They no common law in Maryland no more. We found out the hard way when my cousin died, and him and his girlfriend had been together for like 15 years, and they thought they were common law. And Maryland was like, no, you're not. They might be married. They may have gotten married and just didn't tell nobody. They may very well and went on down to the Justice of the Peace, child. Wait, it's the same age as her older sister. Wait, is he the same age as her older kids? No, he's not that young, Geechee girl. Yeah, he's not that young. I mean, he's young, but remember, y'all keep acting like Britney is 50. She's not that old. Yeah, Britney not that old. I'm happy she's happy. If the dude leaves, she'll probably be like good riddance and cut him a check. Child, as long as they've been together, like I said, I just feel like this. As long as they've been together and everything he had to put up with to be with her, he must have some real feelings. Because I mean, remember, allegedly under the conservatorship, like he had to get permission to even see her. And when they did talk on the phone, all of their phone calls were being recorded. Remember, the father had videotape in the house and was videotaping when they were with the like. Listen, he put up with a lot to be with her. Yeah, Brittany's 38, 39 years old. So yeah, But anyway, so Britney pregnant, y'all. Britney pregnant. T.I. got booed. I don't care. T.I. got booed down to the stage. I don't care. I mean, if y'all care, that's cool. I don't care. I just bringing to y'all the information. T.I. got booed. He said he said it didn't bother him. That's the progression. He's still learning his craft and it's to be expected. And, he said you got to learn from the good and from the bad. He went back on stage the next day and he had a better set. He said even Tiny was booing him, which I don't know if I believe that, but okay. I don't know why he's trying to be a comedian, but listen, if he like it, I love it, child. Yeah, T.I.'s he really is trying to be a comedian. Like, for real, he's been doing it for a couple of months now. For real, trying to be a comedian. Now, why he trying to be a comedian, I don't know. Maybe he bored, child. I mean, maybe he think he's funny. He obviously think he has something to bring to the world, child. I heard he was getting into character to play Red Fox. Well, I did hear that he's gonna be playing Red Fox. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's trying to understand what it's like to be on stage and get booed and get laughs. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's trying to be a method actor, honey. But I did hear that he was supposed to be playing Red Fox. I mean, other than the red part, what is it that they think he's gonna bring to the I just feel like there was some other actors that probably could have done a better job. Because every time I see, what's up, Belize? Mwah! Thank you for the Cash App, doll. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. But every time I see T.I. act, it's always the same. It's just always the same for me. He don't do nothing for me with his acting. He always playing a hood. He always playing a thug. And when he is playing somebody that's not a hood or a thug, I think they're going to end up being a hood or a thug because that's all I see when I see him. When he played Aretha Franklin, one of Aretha Franklin's husbands on that Aretha Franklin movie, I kept waiting for him to do some hood thug shit. Because I was like, all I see when I see T.I. is a hood or a thug. So I kept waiting for him to do hood thug shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying? Yeah, now that's why he's doing all this comedy stuff is because he's getting ready to play Red Fox, and I'm gonna give him a pass. But honestly, I just feel like they could have found somebody else for the role. But who am I? So you assault women and you get to perform at Barclays and get feature roles as an actor. Okay, well, shit, he ain't the first. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not making no excuses. None at all. I'm making no excuses. But I agree with you, El Teddy. I agree with you 100%. I'll say this: his character in Roots, child. When I saw that he was in, first of all, I never even watched. I watched the first episode of the new Roots, and I just couldn't get into it. I just couldn't get into it. I didn't like it. His character in Roots was a soldier, child. What's up? Let's talk with Sheila. T.I. will play Red Fox. Listen, that's what is the word on the curb is, child. I'm so sick of the disgraced imitation Cosby. Child. Here go Belize about to cut up. I see it coming. She warming up, y'all. She warming up. If it took 20 plus years for R. Kelly to finally get canceled, I guess he's like 10 more years of shelf life. But the sad thing is R. Kelly ain't even canceled. Some people still ain't canceled him. There's still people defending R. Kelly, just like it's still people defending Bill Cosby. Like, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. But anyway, child. Let's go ahead and get into this Kerrion Franklin story then, y'all. Let's go and get into the Kerrion Franklin story. aka El Teddy's secret crush. Well, it ain't much of a secret, aka El Teddy's crush. Now look, here's what we know, or here's what I know now. It started off as a whisper last night, and by today it's a whole roar. Because he got arrested and he called Larry Reed. Now, for those who do not know who Larry Reed is a big time. He's a pretty, when I say big time, I mean it's relative, but he's a YouTuber. He has a really good following, and he does a lot of church stories, a lot of church exposes and things like that. And he has a pretty good following. And so he first did the story on his Patreon. And then he did a video on his page, and then other YouTubers started picking it up. I'm one of those YouTubers that picked it up, and I put it in my video that it was all allegedly, because I couldn't find it on, because I immediately went and tried to find it on the internet, and I couldn't find a story about this particular arrest. Now, his arrest record and his past troubles, which I know sometimes, so now it's all over the place now, child. But here's what I understand. He was driving down to the LA. We know that he lives in Texas, but he was in LA. Maybe he's still in LA from promoting Bad Boy LA, or maybe he's decided to relocate. Don't know. Got pulled over for a broken taillight. Now listen. Black people, if it's one thing y'all need to make sure that y'all not doing when it comes to car and traffic violations, is making sure that you don't have a broken tail light, or make sure that your light ain't out. That is a quick way for the police to pull you over when you ain't did nothing to bother nobody. Now, this could very well be a driving while black situation about him getting pulled over to begin with, but neither here nor there. He got pulled over for a broken tail light. From what I understand, of course they had to run his name and stuff, and they found out that he had charges in Texas. They searched the car. In the process of them searching the car, they found a gun. Now, he said the gun won't his. And until they, there's no way to prove one way or the other, but until they're able to run tests, until they're able to check the serial number, nobody knows who the gun belongs to. At least there may be an update to the story, but the last time I checked, we still don't know. He said it ain't his. What we also found out is the car belongs to a woman who originally was reported missing and later was found dead through unnatural causes. Okay, y'all gonna have to read between the lines and try to be careful with my words. Okay. Then they said that he resisted arrest. Because he has charges pending in Texas that they said there's no bond for those charges, he has been arrested. He is being held in LA County without bond until they're able to figure out the who, the what, the when, the where with his Texas charges. They have not, from my understanding, and y'all can correct me if I'm in the chat, I do not believe they have charged him with with murder. But he is under suspicion. Because while you driving this woman's car, who gave it to you? How did you get it? It's a lot with this story, y'all, that ain't looking good. This might be a good time to reconcile with your daddy so you can get a good-ass lawyer. I'm just saying. And I ain't even being funny. I'm so serious. This might be a good time to call your daddy and say, listen, can we do the Hallmark movie makeup later? But baby, I need help. Because you need help. This is not good. What in the Law and Order SVU? It is. It sounds like a Law and Order episode. It really does. It's a lot of twists and turns just in that. Now, let me be clear and say, I still don't know. This is all what's being reported. Allegedly, yes. Allegedly, he's getting ready to be extradited to Texas because the charges that he's facing in Texas, there is no bond. And that is why they took him into custody. But they are questioning him about this car and the woman who owned the car and why he had it. Now, the other question is, why in the hell did he call Larry Reed? Why you ain't call? I mean, even and maybe he doesn't, because we know that him and his father's relationship is strained. And we know that his relationship with his mother is strained. So maybe he didn't have nobody else to call. But Larry Reed? Man, I think when all that stuff happened with the tape with his father and the tape that he posted, I think Larry Reed interviewed him or something like that. So that might be where they started this relationship, and maybe they stayed in touch. I don't know. But Larry Reed? My thing is, what do you do in Texas that Texas will pay to get you back? Oh, a black man? Oh, Texas will pay. Whatever he did, it must have been serious if there was no bond. Like, do you know how serious charges you have that you don't have no bond? Like, that's usually, the M word. I don't want to say the word too many times, but that's usually like the M word. Those are serious charges, and that doesn't mean that he can't eventually get bond. But he has to go back to Texas and be arraigned to find out if he's going to get bond. Baby Kirk was just living in hostels. Who you get this lady car, sir? You better sing like your dad. Child, Texas wants all the smoke, and they always say, yeah, Texas wants the smoke. Texas will come and get you. Shit. Right, not a lawyer, not your pastor, not your baby mama, not you call Larry Reed. I just read that. Yeah, so I don't know. It's a lot with this story that doesn't make sense, y'all, but I'm just bringing you what I know. And of course, as the updates come rolling in, I will be sure to give y'all the updates because I don't know all the information. That's all I've been able to get. And again, over the last day, a lot of more people are picking up the story. But honestly, a lot of people are just repeating what has already been put out there. It's not a lot of new information that's being put out there. Not right now. But I'm sure over the next couple of weeks, they'll post it. He's friends with Larry Reed. Well, I also remember that Larry Reed interviewed his mom. So maybe Larry Reed can broker something with his mom. Because again, this is a time where you swallow whatever pride. I mean, I'm not saying you swallow whatever pride you have, but no, you swallow your damn pride. If you're in jail on a trumped up charge, look, black men have gone to jail for less than what we have here. We have you driving a car that belongs to a woman who is no longer with us, who was reported missing, and a gun in the car. You can say till you blow in the face that gun ain't yours. There's no proof that gun don't belong to you. You were in a car with the gun. That's like you get pulled over with a trunk full of drugs. You can say all day long, I didn't know what was in the trunk. The police ain't gonna say, oh, you didn't? Oh, okay, go ahead and go home. No, you're going to jail. So until they run tests on that gun and they find out with the serial number, they find out they're gonna do ballistics and all of that. He better hope that the ballistics on that gun don't come back to nothing. That's what he better hope. Now that's what I said, Ken, is listen, let me say this. Last night, the way I found out about it was through Larry Reed. So when people say that Larry Reed is his friend, is he though? Because if Larry Reed was really his friend, would Larry Reed have told everybody that he was in jail and these were the charges? Even though Larry Reed is defending him, saying he didn't do it, he's a trumped up charges. It don't matter. Wouldn't nobody know about the charges if you hadn't said nothing? He started this. Larry Reed started this. Now, that doesn't mean people wouldn't have eventually found out, but according to what Larry Reed said, he's been in jail for a couple of days and ain't nobody found out. I would have been praying the Lord send a Johnny Cochran-esque lawyer to the jailhouse. I know that's right. I'm still stuck on the car belonging to a dead. Yes. He went to jail without bail. You swallow your pride. You have your family pay for the lawyers. Yeah, like I'll be like, we can go to therapy later. Can you help a sister out? I ain't lying. Listen, Let me tell you something. I don't look good in orange. Okay, that orange is not my color. I would call anybody that I thought could help me. Please know that. Please know I'm calling whoever I feel like can lead the charge. Yeah, a couple of days. He's been locked up for a couple of days. It didn't just happen yesterday. That's my understanding. Let me huh? Oh, it did happen yesterday? Okay, well, I'm staying corrected. I thought I read that he had been there a couple of days already. But I stand corrected. It happened yesterday. I hope he got that car from a dealership, and that's a super soaker water gun. Child. Orange is the new black, but I don't look good in orange, so I'm not. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And stripes don't work on my figure. They don't work on mine either, honey. I'm not sitting in jail if I don't have to. I'm called. Listen, I got a rich daddy. Please. He might as well. I mean, I'm calling him before I'm calling Larry Reed. He might as well have had a body in the car with him. Right. I mean, listen, y'all. Take the celebrity out of this. Just look at this as a regular case. You're watching the Monday night news, right? And you're listening to the news and they say, a man was pulled over today driving a car of a woman who's been reported missing, who was later found deceased with a gun in the car that he said didn't belong to him. What would y'all be thinking? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that means he's going to be convicted, but let's be clear. The DA is definitely looking at him. I promise you, he's the number one suspect. He is the number one suspect. Is that somebody's alarm going on? Oh, there's somebody just blowing the horn. Is that door still open? Yeah, I was very close. Yeah. Thank you. Anyway, y'all, that's what it is, honey. That's what it is. So listen, real quick before we get out of here. First of all, there's 119 people in the chat. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, okay? Everybody else, make sure you hit that like button. Both are free 99. They are free 99. I am going to be a part of a new panel that is starting this Thursday. It'll be every other Thursday. It'll be a rotating panel. Right now, the tentative title is Ladies Night. It's going to be myself, Peace, Love, Cups of Conversation, and Andrea. I forgot her last name, but I'm going to get it for you guys. I'll be putting more information out as we go. But this is going to be, a panel style view, the talk, the real style show where we're going to get together and talk, current events. We all of us love true crime, so we'll probably be talking true crime type stories and things like that. And we will be rotating platforms. So I'll get you guys all the information. We're going to have a nice little intro for you and all that good stuff. But I just want to let you guys know that that's going to be happening. And we'll be, like I said, we'll be going live. Not every other. Did we say every other Thursday or every other Friday, child? See, I got to remember myself. But I'm definitely looking forward to it. And in LA too, LAPD known for getting things wrong and covering it up. Right? Maybe by calling Larry Reed, the word of his situation will be taken seriously. Maybe. He's the main suspect. Right. He's the main suspect until something else come along. You can believe that. So I will keep you guys posted. Remember, we are only, what did I say at the beginning of this? We are 14. Oh, God. We are 14 subscribers away from 7,000 subscribers. Is that what we are? Is that what I said at the beginning of this? We're 14 away. We are 9 away, y'all. We are 9 subscribers away from getting to 7,000. So again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, go hit that button, y'all. Go hit the button. Anyway, let me get out of here. I'm going to have to add an allegedly button for members only, an allegedly button. And I will talk to y'all later. Peace. Mwah.